Hello and welcome to how to prepare for your headshot session. If you've watched the last video, then you know that headshots are nothing to be worried about. So just watch this video and this will tell you everything that you need to know for your headshot session. So first things first, before we worry about makeup or outfits or hair, we need to worry about your casting type. So if you're at drama school or you're just a self-employed actor, you should really know what your casting type is. Are you comedy? Are you serious? Are you musical theatre? Are you a presenter? Are you a dancer? We cover so many different fields in performing and the arts that we should really like to know what you're specifically trained in and what auditions you're going to go for, because that'll make a difference on the headshots that we take on the day. There's no point in us taking loads of smiley faces and loads of pretty pictures when you're going to be going up for like street dance or like serious like Chicago or something. So it's really going to cater your session on the day. And if you have a variety of different casting types, then that's amazing. We can bring in different tops, different makeup, different hair. We can combine the session into like, this is your musical theatre headshots, this is your serious headshots, and then this is your comedy presenter headshots. So it's good that we have a few different casting types with different hair, different makeup to really showcase you in different ways to the industry. So let's get into talking about the actual makeup. So on the day of your headshots, your shoulders, your chest, your neck and your face will be in your headshots. Nothing, legs, arms won't be in there. So we need to worry that the shoulders and the chest match the colour of your face. So please use a colour foundation that matches and blends between. There's no point in having a really tanned face and then a bright white neck. So that's all I'd say. If you want a fake tan or something just to match the colour that you want, then that's perfect. So during your headshot session, you have so many chances to change your makeup during the day. What we'll do is we'll start with light makeup and build to the heavier makeup. So just start with a light foundation, a light concealer and some mascara, and then during the day we can start adding some more dramatic looks depending on your casting type. And if you want to do that, it's completely up to you. If not, you can just keep with a light natural makeup. The reason that we choose light natural makeup, because I know if you're on stage you have all these big fake eyelashes and big red lips, but then when you get in front of a camera that's only this far away from you, you really do capture everything. You can capture any little spot, any little eyebrow, so just make sure that everything is in place on the day and that you're happy with everything as well, because even, I'll show you some pictures as we go along, that's fine, but if at the end of it you think, oh, I wish I would have had my eyebrows done, or I wish I would have had hair removed, something, make sure you are completely happy before you turn up with your face, because every little thing will be seen. Don't worry about spots or anything, because I can get rid of them with the retouching, so that's fine. But yeah, just make sure you're happy with the way you look before you turn up. Another tip that I want to share with you guys is to just bring all your makeup with you on the day. I'd even suggest packing a suitcase and just putting everything in there, including tops and hair and makeup and things. But just bring everything that you own, because it makes it so much easier when you get here that we haven't got to run to Boots to try and find an eyeliner or anything. You've got that all here. You can just use the bathroom, just completely change your makeup looks however you want, because when you turn up, the lighting could be different and you could see a blemish appear or something. So just bring all of your makeup and we can sort that all out when you get here. One of the most important things about headshots is that you actually look like your headshot. I've seen in the past so many people that turn up to an audition with a headshot that looks nothing like them, and then they get cut because it's not what the casting director asked for. So the most important thing is to do your own makeup. Do your makeup the way that you would do it for an audition, because that is how they're going to see you turn up on the day. Okay, let's now go on to the hair section of this video. So hair is so important in the headshots, it really frames the face. I've got my hair cut like wavy at the moment, which is such a nice way for headshots. It even depends on the way that you're looking, it just frames the face really nicely, gives you a nice natural look. If you have really tight little curls, if that's your natural hair, absolutely fine, but it's nice to have a brushed out soft hair, especially if you're doing musical theatre. It's such a nice neutral way to have your hair. And then even halfway during the shoot we can straighten your hair, we can have half up half down curly hair. That looks really nice for a period shoot as well, especially if you're going for like a street theatre, not street, like a rougher kind of look, then we can do like the high slick ponytails and the buns and any hairstyle that you think you're going to turn up to an audition in, which is really important. If you're going to turn up to an audition in a high ponytail, then there's no point in sending them hair with nice curly waves. So that's really, really important that you know what hairstyles suit you, that suit your face, that make you not look like an egg. people are like, oh, I look like an egg. So you need to make sure that if you do feel like that, you pull a few hairs just in front of your face. If your hair's up, then that just frames your face really nicely. In my opinion, if you're a dancer and you're going for dance auditions specifically, you're going to need your hair up in a high ponytail or a half up, half down, or a bun, especially if you're a ballerina. So it's going to be really helpful to have those photos in the auditions that the casting director knows, oh, that's her, because if you have your hair down, your face just looks completely different. So it's really nice to have a range of different hairstyles. We can do anything. We can do straight, curly, up, pony, bun. So it's really nice to go through those stages during the shoot so that we can just have everything for you. And specifically, if you have any kind of fringe that covers your head, you need to have that cut just before, because if your fringe starts to cover your eyes, then your eyes get completely lost, and they are the most important part of your headshot. So making that eye connection to the camera, big bright eyes, and if you have a fringe covering that, then it's not going to be as successful as you'd like, and you don't want to waste your money. You don't want to have it cut and then come back again. So make sure you get your eyebrows done if you are somebody that gets your eyebrows done, because they are really important in the shoot as well. They really do frame the eyes. And make sure if you want to get your hair highlighted or dyed, if that's how you're going to turn up to the audition. If not, absolutely fine, however your natural hairstyle is. But I would definitely recommend getting the root touch up just before, just to make sure that it shows the best part of you on the day of the shoot. So now I'm just going to briefly touch on men's hair during the photo shoot, because men's hair normally stays where it is. So if you are a guy and you're looking to get your headshots done, keep your hair exactly how you'd have it in an audition. But what I will talk about is facial hair. So if you are the guy that sometimes has a beard, sometimes doesn't have a beard, and your casting type can depend on the beard or not, I'd say come with a full beard or whatever beard you'd normally have, and then you can always half shave it or completely take the whole thing off, completely depending on what you would turn up to your auditions like. So you've got that facility here. You can completely change the way you look. So just wanted to let you know that you do have that option when you come for your headshots, and I would actually recommend it so that you've got a nice all-round group of headshots that you can send to anything, because I know that beards can make people look older and more rugged, and then you can take it off and you can have this baby face. So you've got a really wide type of casting there, so I definitely recommend doing that. So now we've covered all the different hairstyles that we can go for, definitely I suggest having a look at other headshots. Just type in headshots on Google and just see what other people are doing with their hair, because you can be like, oh, I never even thought of doing that. That side plait looked so lovely. It makes you look, if you go for Disney, you could have a fishtail plait. It's completely up to you. You've got all these ideas. You've got all the time in the world here to do your hair, change your hair and makeup. So I definitely suggest doing that. So now I'm just going to go into some tips and tricks for you to bring on the day. I'd definitely suggest bringing some hair smoothing serum, because obviously you can probably see with mine, there's tiny little bits that are coming up and then they're a real pain to edit with, and you want really nice, smooth, flowing hair. So I suggest bringing some smoothing serum just to flatten down any bits of frizz that you may have on the day, because it just makes the picture look a lot more flawless, if you'd like. I would also definitely suggest bringing hairspray, any hairspray that you've got. If it's long lasting hold, if it's a smoothing hold, it's absolutely fine. Just if you have your hair up or you want to put it in a bun, we don't want those flyaways, so just slick the hair back with the hairspray. Or even if you've got curly hair and you just want to give it that body and that lift, we'll flip the hair over, spray it with hairspray, flip it back over, and it just gives it that body again if your hair is dropping out during the shoot. So we can absolutely fix it with hairspray, smoothing serum, oils. Just bring everything that you've got in the little suitcase, and then during the shoot we can retouch the hair, touch the makeup. If you want to do a plait, we can hairspray it, keep it in place. So yeah, that's just my top tip for hair. The next thing that I'm going to remind you, and please don't forget, is to bring your curlers, bring your straighteners, because if on the day you're like, oh, I really want straight hair, but you haven't got your straighteners, then we won't be able to do it. So please bring curlers, straighteners. If you want pin curls, bring pins, bring grips, bring hairbands, bring bobbies, whatever you want to call them. Just bring everything that you can to do with your hair so that we have an unlimited load of hair looks with grips, pins. Also, if you have the little elastics that are sort of invisible, they're really good, because then you haven't got a big black hairband attached to your hair. It can make you look seamless if you've got the little clear elastics. So they're a really good thing to, you can get them from Boots or anywhere, so it'd be really good to have them on the day. Okay, so let's talk about the clothing that you're going to be wearing on the day of your headshots. I say you need to bring about 15 to 20 tops if you have. If not, don't worry. but it's a really good idea to have as many tops as you can, just so that we get as good a range of pictures as possible, because some tops just don't work on camera, and as soon as we start taking the pictures we'll know if a top works or if it doesn't, and then we'll completely change or we'll carry on with the top. My favourite colours are colours that match people's skin tones and that are quite earthy colours. The earthy colours make you look at the person's face rather than what they're wearing. If you're a dancer, go for the bright leotards, go for the purples, the pinks, the reds, anything that's going to stand out, because that is, for a dance background and a dance headshot, perfect. But if you're a singer or an actor, you really want to be focusing on the face. So for me today, I've gone for a blue off the shoulder top. Off the shoulder is one of my favourites to shoot, because you get a nice bit of skin rather than just all face. You do get a nice amount of skin, and you can see a person's bone structure and their body because of the tops that they're wearing. So the perfect colours, I'd say, are quite neutral. They're blues, greens, oranges, greys, that are more earthy colours. Another tip that I have is no logos. We don't want Hollister or whatever brand that you've got written on the top, because they'll read obviously on the headshot. So if you've got any tops that are completely clear of any logos, any stripes, any polka dots, any patterns, then they are perfect for your headshots. So the perfect neckline is very, very important. Obviously my favourite is off the shoulder, because it gives you that nice bit of skin that you're looking for. Also the really skinny straps are really nice, because they can just give you that little bit of separation between the shoulder. Also I've got some thick straps, I'll show you some in a second. But yeah, so off the shoulder, skinny straps, thick straps. You can have some over the shoulder, they're really nice as well. But it's just nice to have a range, especially if you've got like a period top. If you want to go for period dramas, a nice like frilly fringe is really sort of like this one. It just gives you a bit of dynamic, and it sort of gives you a hint to the period that you're trying to shoot for. So yeah, I definitely suggest bringing some of them. So this is another headshot top that I own, and this is obviously a white off the shoulder top. I just think white goes so neutrally, and it can cover so many different casting types. And it's just very whitening and lightening on the face. I think it really brings out the colour in your skin. If you're quite a pale person, like me, it's quite nice to wear white to show that you've got this colour in your face. So here's another headshot top. So on at the moment I have my grey headshot top. It's got semi-thick straps, but most of it's covered by a hair anyway. Well, if you want to see it, I can put my hair to the back. It's just a nice grey, plain. It makes you focus on the face rather than focus on the top. And it's just nice, and it just blends in, makes a pretty colour. So this is my mustard coloured off the shoulder headshot top. This is one of my favourites, because especially in musical theatre you want bright, light, funny, twerky kind of top, and I think this definitely suits that style. It's just nice, it brings out a bit of personality, and you can look really cheeky in it, and I think it's a really nice top. Okay, so I hope that was all you needed to know on clothes. Obviously if you have any different styles or different castings, bring a leather jacket, bring a hoodie, bring something to match the style of your casting. They haven't all got to be the tops that I've just showed you, but they are the most normal tops that people would bring to a headshot. But it's always nice to, you could bring like a flannel with like a tartan pattern or something, just to change it up. But yeah, whatever clothes you're comfortable in and you want your pictures in, bring them along with you. Obviously if you do have any questions about the clothes before the actual headshot session, message me, send me pictures of all of the 30 tops or 5 tops that you have, just so that I can say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no before you even come. So it's really a good idea to send me the pictures, and I can help you decide before you even get here, to save you bringing a load of tops along that we won't be using. So we're on to the hard bit, what to bring on the day, and I've got my trusty notepad here so that I can remember everything that you need to do. So let's just go through them one by one, and I'll explain them all to you about the day before, the week before, on the day. So let's go. So a couple of weeks before your headshots, you need to drink water. I know people that absolutely hate water, my mum included absolutely hates it, but you have to drink loads of water, otherwise your skin will be dry, you'll have bags under your eyes. You'll be really surprised how much water affects your face, especially in front of the camera when you can see every detail. It'd be really nice to have a really hydrated skin, so I'd say moisturise, just get as much dewiness in your skin as possible, because then that'll make your headshots look so much better. Another thing that I'd advise is try not to wear makeup a couple of days before the headshot session, especially if you're somebody that breaks out once you've worn makeup. I do it all the time. I put some foundation on and then I've got spots everywhere. So if you can, avoid makeup the day before, just to make sure that you've got little breakout as possible, and that's a really good idea. One of the big things is pack everything the night before as well. There's no point in waking up in the morning, and if your headshot session's at 10 o'clock in the morning, because that's when the light is really good, so some of them might be early in the day, I suggest packing everything the night before, choosing your tops a couple of days before, so you know that everything is going to go into that suitcase with your hair stuff, with your makeup stuff, and you've got everything there packed, so that on the morning you've got nothing to worry about. You can just do your hair and makeup in your own time, have a nice shower, get really relaxed on the day, so that you've got a load of energy during the shoot, because there's no point having a shoot when you're really tired. You're really trying to get, the shoots last about 3 hours, so it's a long time to be looking into a camera for, so I'd really suggest getting a good sleep beforehand, doing everything the night before, so that on the day you've got nothing to worry about. I'm really going to suggest waking up early enough to be able to do the hair and makeup that you want, and to get here on time as well, because if you don't get here on time then we won't be able to take as many pictures as we'd like. So if you wake up on time, nice and relaxed, and especially having some backup time, because if you do your makeup and you don't like it, then you'll have to restart it again. So it's definitely worth having those few hours in the morning to curl your hair, to make sure that you've had a shower, you've made sure that everything is ready for the day. So I definitely suggest having a few hours in the morning just as backup time, just in case anything does happen. So you're going to want to think about your hairstyles as well. So I suggest bringing pictures just on the day. If you're like, oh Hannah, I really want to use this hairstyle but I don't know how to create it, can we just try and do it together 100%? Print out pictures or bring it on your phone and we can try and recreate it, or we can watch a tutorial, we can try and recreate it so that you're happy with the way your hair looks in the shots. And another thing that I suggest about music is really bringing quite a lot of music to the headshot session just on your phone or on YouTube, and we can play through some different styles while we take your headshots, because it's really nice if we're shooting a Chicago kind of look headshot, we can play Chicago in the background just so that you really get into the feel of the music that you'll be performing on the day of the audition, or however you want to look. So I'd really suggest thinking, oh, if we're going to do a Chicago look, oh, I should play some Chicago during the headshot shoot. That's absolutely fine. So just when you think about your headshot looks, think what music will go with these looks, and we can always play it, and you can always do some choreography and get into that headshot look through that way, which is a really good idea as well. So please do write a bring list. Please bring bobby pins, hair grips, bands, makeup, straighteners, brushes, hairspray. You've got so much that you might need to bring. Just imagine that you're going on holiday and you're going for a photo shoot on holiday. Make sure you bring a little suitcase with everything, hair, makeup, clothing, bras. There's so much that you need to think of, especially the bras, because if you're doing an off the shoulder look like this and you only have bras with straps, you're going to need to have some off the shoulder straps. So I definitely suggest thinking, what am I going to wear? What hairstyles am I going to need? What makeup looks am I going for? And what do I need to bring to make sure that I can guarantee that I have them all on the day? So just basically bring your entire wardrobe and all your hair and makeup, and then we can do that all while we're here. So next on the list is jewellery. Now jewellery is very much up to you. I'm not really going to have much control in your jewellery. Obviously you don't want it to be overstated or understated depending on your casting type. If you're going for musical theatre, a little sparkle on the ears there's nothing wrong with that, but don't start bringing loads and loads of jewellery, because that will really distract from the eyes. You know, I'm wearing a little necklace at the moment, and we can normally blur them out a little bit so that they're looking at the eyes and not the jewellery. But it depends on your casting. If you're going for serious actor, then you might not want to wear something. It's completely up to you, but just think, for the different styles I want to shoot, what jewellery will or will I not need to be wearing. Even if you've got like a nose stud or another stud anywhere else, think about if that suits the casting, and then just wear what you want to wear on the day. So this is a little bit, just the day before, a couple of days before, I want you to practice your headshot poses. I know it sounds weird and you won't know what you're doing. I'm going to run you through it now. So I'm going to make you stand with both shoulders facing the camera, both hair in front, eyes directly into the camera. That's one of the positions, so bank that one. One of them is shoulder in front. We're going to be slightly twisted, so we've got that nice angle on the body. It doesn't matter what hair side you have. You can bring your hair all to one side, which is nice to frame the face, or all to the back, and we get a nice bit of shoulder in there. And I'll just tell you whether to lift the chin, lower the chin, or what way to twist the shoulders. And then we also have the other side as well, and I'll direct you in everything that you need to know with eyes. There are certain things that I might make you laugh with, so I'll tell you to flip your hair to the front, and it just gives your hair a nice wave as you come around. I'll show you now. And during that we'll capture a nice bit of the hair lifted, and that'll be a really nice shot for you. Also there's the look down and the look up. It just opens your eyes again and makes your eyes look more alive, and it's a really good shot if you're kind of feeling a little bit tired, you've been looking at the camera a lot during the day. Just give that camera another lift of your eyes, and it's a really nice thing to do. So I might ask you to do either of them things. So in the mirror during the week before, just look in the mirror and see which side is my best side, and practice lifting the chin, looking directly into a camera. You can even practice your own headshots beforehand just to make you feel more natural on the day. But yeah, that is the max. That's all I'm going to make you do. But the only other thing is there's going to be a little bit of a lunge. It's just going to give you that lift. I'm going to make you lean forward and then lift the chin, and that just makes the light bounce off your chin, and that is basically it. So I'm also going to make you do different facial positions depending on the casting. So if we're going for a nice cheesy hairspray Legally Blonde look, we're going to be using the teeth, we're going to have the big eyes, we're going to have the big smile. But then when we go to like the Chicago look, I'm going to tell you, like, you've got a secret in your head that you want to tell somebody across the table, and you've got to look into the camera and try and get that eye connection. And it might feel weird going from a big smile to, you just have to shake the face and really concentrate on that look. Listen to the music that we're playing, a period or whatever look we're going for. I really want you to get used to changing your face for those looks, so that it makes it much easier on the day and you know how your face will look in those pictures. So that is the end to our how to prepare for headshots video. If you do need any more help or any more advice, send me a message straight away. And if you'd like to book a headshot session and you haven't yet, message me and we can get one booked in for you. So if you have anything else that you need to message me about or call me, I'll happily have a phone call with you and just go through your casting, what tops you want to wear. And if you do have any more things that you want to look at, go through our Instagram, go through our Facebook page, just see what everybody else is wearing, what their makeup is, what their hair is, what they're wearing, and it should make the day easier for you. So after this video I'm going to play some of the headshots that we've already taken, and you can just have a look through, see what's good and what's bad about each of the headshots, and you can tell me. You can say, oh, I don't really like that background, it's a little bit too dark for me. Absolutely fine, we can change it up depending on you. So thank you very much for watching this video. It's probably been a very long video, but it's everything that you need to know, and it just saves me messaging you the day before with all this information. So thank you very much. It's lovely to meet you. Hope to meet you in the future, and I hope you enjoy your headshot session. Thanks.